This is the Crack King doing a review for the fans by a fan.
A breath of fresh air when it kicks on. The Crack King podcast. A breath of fresh air when it kicks on.
This is the Crack King doing a review of Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'ma just tell you, I'm a fucking Star Wars fan, and I'm doing it for me and my fellow Black Star Wars fans. 3 of y'all out there. Go ahead and like and subscribe. If you don't like what I'm fucking talking about, you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and leave a comment. Put a thumbs down. If you like what I'm doing, put a thumbs up. Like and subscribe. Remember that shit. This is our first glimpse, and I'm speaking about Star Wars, of a father figure or mentor that wasn't perfect. And with this first episode, episode 1 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, we see him haunted by the decisions he made in the sequel trilogy. My thoughts about the 2 episodes. Well, let's start with this first one. First of all, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are not involved in this. Was a little bit taken aback at that because Jon Filoni and Dave Favreau, or Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I get them mixed up sometimes. They're like one fucking jerk that loves Star Wars and they know how to fucking direct movies. So I was a little bit taken aback. So I said, okay, we're going to go ahead with this. We're going to see what this is about. And Ewan McGregor, phenomenal actor, gives us Obi-Wan again. But this Obi-Wan is like, almost like the Luke from the sequel trilogies. Depressed, scared, not wanting to do anything. 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, we see him. He's working at like some space meat packing facility, is like on the side of some dead animal, giant animal on Tatooine. And we see him haunted by the mistakes of the prequel trilogy. All the wrong steps, all the wrong decisions, excuses he made for Anakin. When he's seen some of the decisions Anakin was making, it was by design that he couldn't say anything or feel anything from Anakin because Emperor Palpatine was using Sith like shielding or some sort of the Jedi was blind, and it was because of Emperor Palpatine. So Obi-Wan just doesn't realize these things. His use of the Force is powerful, he is powerful, but Emperor Palpatine was on a whole nother level that they just couldn't understand. And he's haunted by this. Like he's not even sleeping, he's depressed. He doesn't even want to get involved. He's just not even using the Force, not even caring. It almost made me want to cry, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got really emotional about it because everyone's been in that situation where a family member or someone, just anybody you know, see the destruction coming and you don't say anything, you don't make a move, and you see that person destroy themselves and destroy everything around them, and it hurts you. So I felt that hurt and that pain. Spoiler alert, we see the Jedi Temple getting attacked by Order 66. We see some younglings escaping. We see Jedi Masters fighting valiantly. And I was pleased with that because I'm always saying this is not our first ride with these Star Wars side series from Disney Plus. And I always say, I want fucking laser swords, and we got laser swords. And then they kind of slowed down a little bit. And that's when we got the melancholy and the solitude of Obi-Wan. And then we get a glimpse at Princess Leia and how she grew up. Because that has been a question of mine, and I'm sure other Star Wars fans like myself We seen Luke and how he came up, but we never got to see Leia Skywalker and how she grew up, and we got a little glimpse of that. We got a lot of glimpse of it, because it seems like she's part of the main storyline now. It's really going to be about her, because clearly A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back was focusing on Luke Skywalker and his journey as a Jedi. But I think with this Obi-Wan series, we're going to get a glimpse at Leia Skywalker's journey to Princess Rebel Leader. We'll see her grow in this way, with Obi-Wan watching over her. Obi-Wan was really apprehensive. He didn't want to have anything to do with the girl. He wanted to stay and watch after Luke and be abused by Owen and sit and be depressed and just mull over the mistakes he made. But he just can't. He's compelled to. And that's where we get the Inquisitors. We got 3 of them in this one. We got the Grand Inquisitor, whose head looked really big and bulbous. Well, it was kind of weird. And he looked old and fat. I didn't like this Grand Inquisitor. It just looked weird. Then we got a 3rd sister, played by this beautiful black woman right here. And she was awesome. She was flipping. She was drawing swords. She was really brutal. Had the whole modern woman narrative that, itchy, mean, and no respect for a male's life, because or a female if you want to add to it, because she chops a lady's hand off. She has a fucking nipples hard behind Obi-Wan. She wants to bring Obi-Wan to Vader so she can unlock some sort of secrets or get some secrets from him, which the Sith only deals in lies. So any power he promised, it will never come to fruition. We know that, but she doesn't. That's what she gets for trusting a white man in a black suit. Black sister. Don't trust nobody. Remember that shit in Star Wars. Don't trust anybody in Star Wars. Only trust in the Force. And she has nipples hard for Obi-Wan. She makes it very difficult. She, by design, kidnaps Leia Organa. Not that she knows who she is, but she knows that Senator Organa is close to Obi-Wan, so she knew she just had to have some sort of bait to bring him out. And it brought him out, because the whole narrative by the Inquisitors are the Jedi hunt themselves, because they're drawn to, they just can't help themselves. They have to help. They have to help the people. There's nothing wrong with that. And Darth Vader knows this. So he's going to play on that. Episode 2 was a little bit slow. We got a lot of young Leia and her sassiness. And we got to see the 3rd sister in action. Just, jumping and flipping. And it got a little bit tedious for my taste. I mean, yeah, we know you're a badass. I knew she was a badass when she jumped on the screen and I seen the melanin skin. But then they had to prove that she was a badass. Prove that she was, capable, which I didn't think they had to. It was almost like overkill. Like, oh, look at this sister. She's, not only is she brutal and modern, she's flexible and athletic. We didn't need to know that. She has the Force. That's all we need to know. It was just amazing just being back in Star Wars again. I mean, and seeing Obi-Wan's journey to old Obi-Wan from A New Hope. For all the critics out there, I hear a lot of young guys talk about how Star Wars should be on TV, how Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau are rewritten the formula for Star Wars, made it more entertaining because Star Wars is boring. Star Wars is supposed to be looked at as one continuous story, like traffic. 6 degrees of separation. There's always different storylines in there. With the TV show, and yes, with the TV shows, you can have more episodes, you can have more time with certain characters you love, but you have to remember, when the movie is done right, it is the most amazing thing, amazing story you have ever seen on screen. And I don't care what anyone says, I don't care what these critics say, I don't care what these young guys say, there is nothing that compares to Star Wars. Not Game of Thrones, not Star Trek, you fucking Trekkie nerds, not fucking Lord of the Rings, you fucking jerks. Star Wars is the superior story when it comes to action, love, lust, revenge, everything the human feels when just experiencing life. All I'm saying is, it was amazing. I got a little annoyed with Princess Leia's storyline, but I like her sassiness and I like the way she likes to use the Force and read people with it. And this is going to be something we have never seen before, a story we have not seen and explored before, and I'm okay with that. We have yet to see Darth Vader. We did see him in the bacta tank. He was a little bit pale, a little bit fucked up. But what I didn't understand, spoiler alert, is Obi-Wan didn't know that Anakin was still alive. And what threw me back was the Inquisitors knew who Anakin was, as far as being Darth Vader. I'm assuming, I guess, who knows. But come on back. I'm going to be here every week doing a review of every episode. I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm going to give you my little nuggets, and I'm going to give you how I feel about it, how it made me feel. That's what we're all about. We're here for the fans. I'm a big fan. I'm here for the fans. I'm here for the ones that don't like Star Wars. I'm here for the ones that do. I don't give a fuck. We can argue all day about fucking Star Wars because I love it. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm doing, just say, hey, Crack King, fuck you, we don't like you. But leave a comment. Leave an unlike, leave a like. Matter of fact, leave unlikes. Leave a lot of negative. That's what I want. I want some negative shit. Give me some negative feedback. I'm here every week. This is the Crack King from the Crack King Podcast. Check out new episodes coming soon.
A breath of fresh air with new kicks on. The Crack King Podcast. A breath of fresh air with new kicks on.